Florida will soon block banks from denying services based on political opinions or religious beliefs. The new law takes effect on July 1st and affects all financial institutions. This comes amid a number of cases of politically motivated debanking from financial institutions. Here's more on a recent case from NTD Business's Don Ma.
Recently, Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody accused one of the largest financial services companies in the U.S., Fidelity Charitable, of sometimes refusing to facilitate donations to religious or conservative groups. In a letter, Moody demanded that Fidelity complies with the new state law that takes effect next month. And one of the groups that Fidelity has put up barriers for donations to is Alliance Defending Freedom. And here to talk to me about what happened is Alliance Defending Freedom Senior Vice President of Corporate Affairs, Jeremy Tedesco. So it appears that Fidelity Charitable is creating some barriers for donations to your organization. What exactly happened? Can you give us the details?
Yeah, and it's not just our organization, Alliance Defending Freedom, but it's other conservative and religious organizations. Fidelity Charitable is telling donors who have accounts with them that there's a political litmus test on giving for all intents and purposes. If you want to give to ADF or a handful of other conservative or religious charities that are on the Southern Poverty Law Center's hate group list, you have to give up your anonymity in order to give to those groups, or if you're not, then you're just barred from giving to them. And that is a violation of Fidelity Charitable's promise to the donors that they are cause neutral and that they won't take the religious or political or philosophical beliefs of the organization you want to give to in account when they're deciding whether to approve a grant or not.
And basically, this is making it harder for donors to donate to certain organizations.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the real big news here is that the Attorney General of Florida sent a letter to Fidelity Charitable telling them, look, not only is this a problem from a misrepresentation standpoint, but on July 1, we have a law that's going into effect that says financial institutions can't discriminate against customers on the basis of their political or religious beliefs. And so she's asking them to confirm that by July 1, they will stop barring donors or requiring donors to give up their anonymity in order to give to charities like ADF. Did
Fidelity, create this barrier on the basis of discrimination to your organization, do you feel?
Well, look, the organizations that they target are organizations that are the target of activist organizations like Southern Poverty Law Center and a group called Unmasking Fidelity, and this is something your viewers really need to understand. These activist organizations are putting intense pressure on Fidelity Charitable and other donor-advised funds because they want to stop money from flowing to organizations they disagree with. So the Southern Poverty Law Center has their completely discredited hate group list, and it looks like what Fidelity Charitable is doing is superimposing the hate group list on top of the giving choices that their donors have. And so if a group happens to end up on the hate group list, then the Fidelity says, well, you have to give up your anonymity to give to them. That is a political litmus test.
How do we know that this is, I'll use the word discrimination on Fidelity's part?
Well, because of the way that it's targeted at conservative and religious groups. If you look at a Newsweek article I put out a few months ago, we've had donors now who have put in test donations through Fidelity Charitable. And what they do is they send donations to left-leaning groups that work in our issue areas, and those donations go through easy. It's just a complete pass-through. But organizations on the right, especially organizations on the right who are on the SPLC hate group list, they immediately get hung up in the process, and the donor inevitably is told, you have to give up your anonymity to give. We have over 15 donors in over 12 states who have been told that. And so it's obviously something that's going on as a policy at Fidelity Charitable, and they need to stop it.
All right, thanks for your time today, Jeremy. Pleasure.
Thank you.